Hello everybody, Dominomial here, and welcome back to another episode of Super Mario Galaxy 2. Last episode, we finished up World 2, the second half of it. This episode, we're starting World 3. And if my guess is correct, this is the first episode that we're actually going to see comets appear, because I've been collecting all the comet medals so far. And I don't think the first one appears until you get 13 of them. So, yeah. So last episode I was talking about how bizarre my days have felt lately. Just like my mood and like the atmosphere. Like my vibes have just been completely thrown off and skewed to like... I don't know. It's just I felt kind of like, not off kilter, but just off-center recently. So yeah, like I talked about like my dreams from last night, which first dreams I remember in a while, or not the first, but like, you know, well, the ones that I remember like the most vividly in a while, and they're just bizarre or horrifying or creepy or whatever. So, okay. If you've been following me, which I'm sure most of you that are watching this are, because it's not like I get any new people in my feed that much. Like, yeah, sure, I'm at 22 subscribers, but that doesn't mean that most of my viewer base isn't, I feel like I just used a double negative there. That doesn't mean that a lot of my viewers are new. A lot of them are just people that have been subscribed to me for a while. And honestly, if you're subscribed to me, kudos to you. You're a good person. Whomever you are. Thank you, I appreciate it. So yeah, time to talk about the One Piece campaign again. I'm not going to do a full recap of what the One Piece campaign is, because, if you're curious, just fucking watch, like, episode 3 of Bug Fables. Like, that's all I can really say. Wow, the first time I'm actually recommending someone to watch Bug Fables. So, yeah. I think in Crosscode, I mentioned the One Piece campaign, that was the last time I mentioned it. And back in Crosscode, our crew, like me and the rest of the crew, were stuck on an island called Gehenna, which appropriately translates to hell. And it was a desert island full of like technology and cool shit that the rest of the islands in the Grand Line doesn't have. And, like, we found some kind of conspiracies with, like, the Pacifista Project and, like, the actual, like, head of, like, the government over there. And, so basically the whole climax of that island, the finale, accounted to, all of us ganging up on basically the king, the monarch of that island that rules the government. Trying to save one of our NPC crew members, who's literally just a fucking kid. And thing is, like, I had a bit of a special connection to, that kid because I was the one that found him and let him on the ship in the first place, because, like, he mentioned something about having, like, no parents, and, like, I'm like, well, I can't leave you here on this island that was just burned down by the Navy. I mean, I guess I'll let you on the crew, but it's gonna be dangerous. And, like, he agreed to it, and I didn't really take it seriously. And so I had some stakes in that, because, like, that was the first time I actually felt like I needed to do something about him and take responsibility. But yeah, the whole ending of that, island amounted to us fighting the Duke, Duke Ellington, and Um... So we fought the Duke, and we won against him. He had this whole big monologue that the DM spent probably like an hour working on. It was really cool. It showed off how bad and evil he was. And he also dropped some hints about, like, maybe the crew member that we got, like the NPC, has some, the kid has some more importance to him than we initially thought, because he might relate to the ancient weapon of Poseidon, whatever that is in this alternate universe of the One Piece campaign. And, well, I mean, we did defeat him. He did go inside a giant mech, but, during that fight, one of the crew members, one of the other players, rolled the highest damage roll ever in the campaign so far, of like fucking 200 plus damage. Like, I think 260 damage or some shit like that. And it was directed at the joints of the leg of the mech. So we basically fucking toppled over that mech with 2 strong hits. The first one from the player, and the other one was from like a joint team attack from me and 2 other players. One of them including the one that already did the first attack. That was a really cool moment in the campaign, doing that much damage in one hit. And but like, even though we did that much damage, we still couldn't catch up with the Duke, because he had an escape plan, and we were too busy, you know, freeing the kid from his imprisonment to chase after him. And somebody else was handling it, and like we thought, like, oh yeah, maybe he's dead. We don't really know. I mean, we're sailing away from this island anyway because we have to go anyway, because we're on a rescue mission for somebody else too, a couple islands away. So the reason why this is important is because the next island we reached, this island that we just reached in like the past 2 sessions, is supposed to be a break island, like kind of like a shopping island, like a calm before the storm kind of thing. Because the next island we're going to is taken over by the Beast Pirates, which, if you know the anime, they're powerful. In the campaign, they're not as powerful, but they're still a threat. We're still in the first half of the Grand Line, which means, you know, we're still in dangerous territory, just not as dangerous as the anime right now. So, we need to save somebody from the Beast Pirates from, like, the beginning of the campaign. And this next island that we're on was supposed to be a break island. Like, okay, gather, like, money that you need. Is there... Okay. I think there's... Yeah, there is definitely a way to do that first part, platforming, without using Yoshi. But... I'm just gonna use Yoshi because, it's just... I mean, it may not be as fast if you know what you're doing with the platforming, but I have a little bit, like, slight bit of delay, so the platforming's too precise for me right now. Where is the comet medal in this level? Oh, no, I remember where it is. So I think the comet medal is... Weird. Maybe it's... Oh, yeah, it's over there. No, Yoshi. Come here. Come here, Yoshi. Damn it. Yoshi, why? Okay, cool. So anyway, this island that we're on is supposed to be a break island. First session of it is kind of strange and bizarre and surreal. Like, I mean, yeah, that's just how I would describe it. It's just like, the island is completely abandoned. And there's not really anybody on it besides ghosts. Like, one of the characters now has the ability to commune with the dead, and they just see ghosts everywhere, and like, cool, we can't see those. And there's nobody else on this island, which really seems foreboding. Like, yeah, we've been able to restock on shit, and we haven't really gotten onto any battles on the island. But, you know, it's a little bit ominous. Aren't I supposed to collect, like, star pieces or something here? Huh. Oh, yeah. I'm supposed to go up here. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, we haven't gotten into any battles. I got a cool new dagger. Yeah. And... shoot, my commentary is just dry right now. So I got a cool new dagger. Everybody else kind of stocked up on some cool shit. And then all of a sudden, we learn that the island that we're on is the World Capitol building. And apparently, the world government is having a big meeting. And they invited us, pirates, to the meeting. Now, of course, they're not going to attack us at the meeting, because that's not very diplomatic of them. But everybody in that island... in that meeting is like, why are you guys here? Like, we got invited. And, like, we had to, like, dress all fancy and, like... Of course, when we got to the meeting, we realized that, oh yeah, Duke Ellington, the guy that we killed, or defeated... The big bad guy that we defeated in the last island is still alive, and he's in the meeting. Don't know how he's alive, but he is. And basically the whole meeting gives us like a whole ton of lore drops for like the future of the campaign and future story beats. Which is pretty interesting, but I'm not going to go over it because none of you guys know the full context. But the end of the meeting, the end of last session, ends with one of the players initiating a dance battle with Duke Ellington. Now, Ellington doesn't do stuff like that, but the player won a cunning check against him, or a charisma check, I guess, like in D&D terms. And... and not only did he convince the calm, collected, charismatic guy to do a dance battle against him, but both of them were low dexterity builds, and the player won the dance battle because the Duke was forcibly made drunk through very powerful 100% alcohol beverage. I don't know. It's I don't know. I don't know what to say. And, like, thing is, while this dance battle was going on, Friday Night from Yakuza 0 was playing the whole time. And by the, like, okay. So imagine this. You are Ellington. You owned, like, a whole island and there are governments in the currency there. You basically ruled that island. Not only do some random pirates happen to blow up your entire estate through sheer luck and setting a, like, trap with, like, a rigged devil fruit box. But they also managed to, beat you in battle that you were prepared for by just through sheer willpower and luck. And then you see them at the world meeting. And then in the world meeting, they force you to get drunk through random shenanigans that they put you through. And then while you're drunk, you you fight a dance battle with one of them. You lose because both of you suck at Dex and you just happen to suck more at it. And then everybody was watching at the world government, like, banquet meeting. And now you lost all your contacts and nobody will take you seriously anymore. Like, seriously, that is the most humiliating thing that you could put a person through. Like, not only taking away everything they have, like, physically and, like, economically, but also taking away all their social status. And we just did that in the blink of an eye. Or one of the players did. And it was just so hilarious to watch. Because this villain that we absolutely hated in, like, the last 20 sessions while we were at Gehenna just lost a dance battle in the most embarrassing way ever, and we ruined his social reputation. That was like that's like the most memorable moment of the campaign, or one of them rather. And it's just stuff like this in tabletop RPGs that's so great. It was just an encore to the Gehenna finale, where we fought against Ellington. And of course I'm experiencing some delay right now, but I managed to succeed. It was just absolutely hilarious. Like, basically, like, I was, like, feeling really nervous that session because we were in, like, a world government meeting. And we were invited for some reason, and people were, like, asking, like, why are you here, Joanna? That's my character. I'm not really going to explain her, but basically she had, like, memory loss, like, pseudo-memory loss, but basically memory loss. And, like, everybody was, like, referring to, like, Joanna's, like, family, like, name, and, like, the, like, you know, the rest of her family, like, how, like, they're part of, like, the Revolution Army. And, like, I desperately wanted to ask what the hell they meant, because I haven't heard any of this until now. As the player character. Or, like, as, like, the character that lost her memories, essentially. But thing is, like, you know, I know to keep my cool and not to ask stupid questions, because then I'll make myself vulnerable, especially in a meeting like that. And, like, I was tense because, like, everybody knew, like, who I was, but I didn't know anything about who I am. And they were judging me, and, like, I don't know. It was really nerve-wracking, especially for somebody who, like, IRL has trouble in social situations. But then, like, seeing that dance battle occur at the end of the session completely mitigated any tension that was left in that session. And by the end, the DM was just laughing his ass off. And he was like after the dance battle ended, he's like, I'm calling the session here. I need a week to prepare what will happen after this dance battle. And I'm like, oh god. That is, I don't know if I like that or not, but it's funny. It's stupid. The One Piece campaign is really good. And I really wish I could, like, record it and share it all with you. But, like, you know, nobody else actually wants me to record it and upload it. Which is understandable. It is our tabletop RPG. Our personal one. And we don't need to share it publicly. But thing is, that campaign, like... I mean, yeah, it's definitely my bias talking here, because I'm a player in it, and I've gotten super invested in it with, like, my one character that I've, like, fucking loved to death because of how much he's progressed as, like, a character and a person. Like, over the past, like, 2 years this campaign has been going on. Like, that started since COVID. It's just a really good campaign. Like, honestly, like, I'm way more invested in this campaign than I ever would be in, like, a Critical Role campaign that I just randomly watch. But then again, I never really fully watched a Critical Role campaign. I watched, like, the first 30 episodes of Season 2, Campaign 2. Campaign 2. And I thought, like, okay, these people are good voice actors and they have some funny characters. But I'm not really interested in any of the lore or the world building because I just kind of put it in the back on hold. Like, just kind of like a podcast when I was listening to it. And I don't remember anything that happened in that campaign. And I honestly don't understand Critical Role fans that are completely invested in the story and the characters and get mad when certain characters do stuff that, like, seem out of character or, like, not, or, like... I don't understand how somebody can get mad about another person's campaign. Like, that's the thing. Critical Role fans are really weird. Or, like, a very vocal minority of them. Because getting invested in one person's campaign is one thing, like in the story and the world building, but getting mad at it because a player isn't acting how they're supposed to, or like some other player like instigates another character's death even though it's their game, like, come on. I don't know. Like, maybe I could understand being frustrated as a player playing the campaign, but not as somebody watching the campaign. But even so, like, I don't know. I like the campaigns, like how they're done, how they're written, like the Critical Role ones. It's just Matt Mercer doesn't really ever go off the deep end in terms of goofiness or playing with the characters. Like, improvising with the other players and characters. He just kind of stays a little bit generic. Generic fantasy D&D land. Doesn't go off the deep end, you know, like I said. Like, I'm not saying it should all be surreal and bizarre and weird and stupid, but, like, if... like, I don't know, the One Piece campaign, which has some really goofy elements to it randomly, like the fucking dance battle, it's fucking perfect. It's, like, you have, like, very tense, nervous, like, diplomatic moments, and then you have a dance battle to fucking ruin that all and make the joke out of the whole, like, scenario, and, like, it's just great. I mean, I'm not trying to compare the One Piece campaign to Matt Mercer's D&D campaigns, because D&D is different from One Piece. One Piece is much less overall serious, but has some more serious moments, like, kinda tucked within. D&D is overall kinda gives off a bit more of a not serious, but just more like by the rules vibe. Because this One Piece campaign that we're doing is already like tethered together by like, you know, unfinished rules, and like basically like all the players in the DM kind of chipped in rule ideas, etc. to make the campaign actually work fundamentally. Because we originally took the rules from an unfinished rulebook that somebody created. And they had like 5 races, and like different, like 6 different stats, and like a barely functional combat system, and like Devil Fruits that only had like 2-3 perks and nothing else. We basically took that rule set, revamped it to a T, and well, yeah, we made it work. And actually the DM was like saying like, maybe when we're done with the campaign, we should like actually like publish our modified rulebook for the One Piece campaign. And see if anybody would be willing to give it a shot. I mean, I guess I'd be down for that. That'd be cool. I know one friend in particular would really love the idea of like writing and working on like the rule book and making sure everything's accurate. And it would be kind of fun to create a rule book and publish it, even if nobody would buy it. I mean, we wouldn't have the One Piece license, but we could just rebrand it as like Pirate Adventure, Pirate Adventure rule set. Or, well, no, we wouldn't have to officially publish it. We could just post it online or something. I'm sure Ichiro Oda wouldn't mind. Maybe we should ask from permission for him, even though he definitely would not answer. Okay, he's gonna jump left twice. Or 3 times. Oh, come on. Okay. I love this boss music. This boss music only appears this one time, and it's such a bop. It's so good. It's such a good song. So yeah, I guess combine that last session with the absurd results of what happened with it, and weird dreams last night, and I guess also just kind of like a weird downswing in my mood lately. Like, I haven't really been feeling all too great, like in terms of just, you know, downswing in mood. You know how that works, probably. Or you can infer how that works. Yeah, I've just been feeling a little bit off. That's all. But I'll be able to recover in like a couple... Actually, no, I probably won't be able to recover in a few days. I have my wisdom teeth pulled out tomorrow. Fuck. That's why I'm recording this today, so I can just edit these videos when I have my wisdom teeth pulled out, because I'm gonna have nothing else to do. I'm not gonna be able to work out with friends. I mean, I'll be able to hang out with them, but maybe not for a couple days. I'm not gonna be able to eat shit besides yogurt and, like, fucking ice cream. Ugh. What else would I be able to eat? Fucking, like, kefir? That's just yogurt, but drink. Okay. So this one, you just gotta kill the Spinies. After this, mission. Oh, come on. Where'd the last Spiny go? Where was the last Spiny? What? Okay, fine. Second time's the charm. Okay. 2 Spinies here. This one. These 4. Okay, let's grab these. That isn't optimal pathing, but whatever. There's the last 4. Okay, that's it. I remember as a kid I had so much trouble with this level, even though it's just kill all the Spinies. And you can kind of see why. Like, they hide in some really weird places if you're not keeping track of them. Okay. Ooh. Another comet. So yeah, the comets are starting to appear. Yeah. So, that's all for this episode of Super Mario Galaxy 2. In the next episode, I will, I guess, do some more comets and start finishing up World 3. Or start continuing ahead in World 3. I don't think we'll finish World 3 next episode, but we'll get close.